Hi, Anna here from Holistic Healing Energy Medicine. So today I'd like to dive into energy cords. These can both nourish us or drain us. I'm going to focus on those that drain us, the ones that are nourishing. That's when we're sending love to one another, that are, beautiful and wonderful. Whereas the cords that attach to another source of energy in an undesirable way tend to drain us. So these invisible attachments are formed and function very much on the subconscious level. They can attach to any part of our subtle anatomy, body and soul. They are non-linear and can affect us across time and space. They can form between people, groups, places, times, things, events, entities, the deceased, forces. They can be passed down genealogically or carried through from lifetime to lifetime. So learning to identify and release these disharmonious energy cords is an important part of healing our relationships and bringing ourselves back into coherence and taking back our personal power. So an easy way to tell if you have an energy cord is if you can't detach from a certain place, a person or group of people no matter how hard you try. So also another way is feeling drained when you're around a particular people. This is when energy is just flowing from you and that you're getting more and more drained and they seem to be getting more energized. Also absorbing another person's moods or emotions. Say you've got a friend that's going through a really difficult time and there's a cord between you and you keep on picking up and feeling all of this stuff when she's getting really upset or different things are going on. And so when you're able to release that cord, you can actually have a healthier interaction. So also when you've got difficulty letting go of past relationships, past hurts, we can also take on the pain of other people's illnesses or issues through these cords. And in doing that, we're not actually helping them. We're just affecting ourselves in a way. So learning to release those is really important. And often there are unhealthy energy cords involved in chronic illness. So that's important to note too. So this is just a few examples. So in a simple way, understanding how they can form and how to prevent them, we can look at, say, an example is, say, someone runs off the road or does something stupid when you're out driving. And if you allow yourself just to acknowledge the anger and resentment or whatever you're feeling, this allows you to process the emotions and react in a healthier way. Whereas if you hold on to the resentment and you keep going over this situation over and over and over again, and keep building it up and you're not actually getting through it, you're just holding on and everything's getting held, you're often creating a cord, most likely to that time-space event, but sometimes maybe to that other person, even though you may not know who they are. So life is full of experiences that provoke strong emotional reactions. So it's how we handle them that shapes our energetic relationship. So we want to keep working on how we are interacting with the world at the same time, so that we're not storing this stuff in our subtle energy, subtle anatomy, creating all these things where we're sending all of our power, all of our energy away from us. We want to be bringing that to ourselves. We want to be holding our energy is constantly moving and changing and shifting, but we want to be able to process these things internally without sending all this stuff out into the world in a disharmonious way, because we want to move towards coherence, and what we want to be putting out into the field is coherence. So this isn't about repression. We want to have our emotional experiences and process them. Life is meant to be felt. And so by honoring our emotional intelligence and consciously working through our feelings, we pave the way for healthier, more authentic connections. All right, so working through the cords that you already have, there are various techniques in which to cut, dissolve, evaporate, release energy cords. So it's best to find what is most right for you. There are different meditations around cutting cords. EFT tapping can be useful. Sage smudging can help clear. Physically removing yourself from toxic relationships is essentially important. And over time, that can help weaken and release cords, or you can do some extra work to move that through a lot faster and help prevent going back into those toxic situations. And then forgiveness work, talk therapy, those can be very good for working through and just releasing the cords slowly and letting them dissolve naturally as you work through your emotions. So personally, I like to work on dissolving and disintegrating cords so that there is nothing to be reformed. And so this can take a little bit of practice as you get used to doing an exercise like this, and it can be repeated as much as you like for the situation you may use today or for a different other situation. So you may already have something in mind that has come up as we've gone through this discussion on a little bit of energy cords. So I just want to make sure, especially if this is the first time you've done anything like this, is that you choose something that isn't going to create an extreme emotional reaction. You want to go gently. Try and start with something that is not one of your biggest traumas or biggest difficulties, so that you can kind of get used to it. Because sometimes when we're dealing with big traumas, we just have to do a little bit at a time to pull off the layers. So you really need to make sure you're feeling safe in the space in which you're doing this work, and that you have some support for dealing with big stuff. All right, so for making sure you're in a comfortable place if this is the time you want to do this practice. And I like to just move and wriggle around a little bit, just making sure I release any little bits of tension and moving myself into a comfortable position. So when we do energy work, it's important to be grounded and connected into ourselves and connected to the earth. So I'll guide you through my own process for this, but feel free to use your own, and just pause the video at any point when you want more time to sit with something, or on the audio recording if you're listening to that. All right, so once you've got yourself settled and you're comfortable, do any little movements to make yourself that extra little bit of more comfortable. Bring your awareness into your breath. No need to change it or control it, just being aware of what is at this moment. Follow the sensations of the inhalation and exhalation. Let the breath be your guide into the body. Feel the different sensations in your body, both pleasant and unpleasant, without judgment. You may notice as you move into the body there are little bits of tension you can release, and others that you may not be able to. Just move on and let yourself be aware of them. And bring your awareness down into your seat, feeling the surface below you, the weight of your body supported by whatever you're sitting on. Feeling your feet on the floor. Just being aware that that ground is there to support you. See if you can stretch your awareness to feel all of your body. The back, the front, the sides, feeling the edges, feeling your full physicality. Maybe aware of the temperature of the room, movement of the air. Being aware of where you are located in the room, the furniture, the floor, the ceiling, the walls, and being aware of the space around you and the spaces in between you and the floors and the furniture and the walls. Now bring your awareness into the center of your chest. Deep into the center of the heart chakra. So not the physical heart, the energetic center. And you can breathe in and out of this space. And connect to your own divine spark that lies deep in the center. Your true essence, your spirit. The spirit that connects you to the divine, the source, the great spirit, using the language that works for you. Sensing, feeling, and acknowledging your own spiritual essence, your divinity. Then continue to be aware of that, and move as you do. Move your awareness to about 1.5 feet below the feet, and feeling into a space that's called the 10th chakra or Earth Star. And at this point, there is a cord which connects you to the earth, so it doesn't matter if you're on the 10th floor or on the ground floor. This cord will be connected to the earth, and it will nourish you with earth energy and keep you grounded. And you may want to just sit here for a while. And when you're ready, bring to mind the situational person that has been draining you that you'd like to detach from. You may even sense a cord connecting you to your chosen situation. You may feel a sensation in your physical body, a tingling, maybe a pain. Remember, these cords can attach anywhere in the subtle anatomy, the chakras, the energy field, and even into the physical body. You may get a sense of where a cord is attached, and if you don't, that's totally fine. Simply work with your imagination. So visualize and imagine a greyish coloured cord. So cords can have different colours which have different symbolic meanings. Perhaps you see a colour, but otherwise just stay with it, imagining a greyish cord connected to you. And if you're not sure where it's connected, just go with your first instinct. Trust your instincts. And just notice how you're feeling at this moment. What emotions are coming up for you? Are you feeling a sense of being drained? Are you in neutrality? Whatever you're feeling, just acknowledge that. And if you need some time to feel the emotions that are rising, honor that and stop the video until you're ready to move on. You have to allow yourself time and space to feel emotions, to work through healing. So when you're ready, just remembering, healing comes from love. So we want to connect into the center of the heart space again, making sure we're connected into a sense of divine love. And then you can begin to visualize a beautiful, sparkling, golden white energy, perhaps with tinges of pink coming into your field. It's coming in right close to your body where the cord is located. And as it does, it wraps around this cord and coming nice and deep in, so it comes down and helps unhook the cord from you wherever it is attached. Perhaps it's bundles of cords. And as it does, it begins to dissolve and disintegrate. And the cord is slowly moving, the energy and the cord is slowly moving away from you as it dissolves and disintegrates, with this golden swirling energy encompassing the cord, evaporating, disintegrating, dissolving into the ether. And remember, offering this healing with love and compassion to your chosen situation. All energy that is yours is coming back to you, and any energy of the other is going back to them. And this golden swirling energy is filling all the spaces left behind by the cord in your energy system, filling it with divine love and healing grace. And just sitting with this as long as you need to until you get the sense that that cord is fully disintegrated, evaporated, and dissolved. And then when you are ready, bringing your awareness back to your heart center, feeling your own spiritual essence. Feel the gratitude for yourself. Acknowledge your own personal power. And then to slowly move out, feel your physical body. Be aware of the surface below you, your feet on the floor. You can gently and slowly begin to move, making sure to orientate yourself to your space and your surroundings. Moving out of this place in your own time. Thank you and blessings for your unfolding.